Hello guys, so I have another modern deck list. This time it's going to be black-green aggro with slightly ramp in there a little bit. And yeah, so I don't really have a lot to say about this. You just ramp and then just attack with like pretty good creatures. So yeah, let's get right into it. So I'm running 4 Birds of Paradise. It's just obvious include if it's ramp and it's more than just green. Yeah. Bloodsoaked Champion, it's a 2-1 and it has raid, so you're gonna usually be able to return it to the battlefield from the graveyard, so that's pretty good, like obviously late game. And it's just a 2-1 for 1. That's already pretty good by itself. And that it can't block, it's not a huge deal, whatever. So then Desecration Demon, so it's a 6-6. And for 4 with flying, and the ability, I don't know if it's good or bad. I mean, it seems pretty good unless your opponent obviously has a token deck. But still, I mean, you're taking down one of their creatures every turn. They get to choose which one, but that doesn't really matter. I mean, it's a good card no matter how you put it. Next, is 2 of Llanowar Elves. It's just Birds of Paradise, just not as good. But, I mean, I guess you could attack with it, but I don't know why you do that. Like, 1 damage isn't too significant unless your opponent is, like, tapped out and at 1 health. I mean, I don't know why else you'd run this over birds. Lotleth Troll, I don't know how to say that. I mean, you can make it really big for no mana cost. So if you're, like, obviously trying to finish the game, you could, like, discard, like, 5 creature cards and turn it into a 7-6 on turn 3. And that's pretty good, I mean, if I say so myself. Pitiless Horde, it's a 5-3 for 3. And you lose 2 life every turn, so, I mean, it's not great, but, like, it's still pretty good, and then you can dash it if you really need to, but the dash cost is higher than the actual mana cost, so, like, if I were playing it, I just recommend just playing it. Strangleroot Geist, more haste, and Undying, so it doesn't, like, they have to spend 2 removal spells, or block it twice, to kill it, so it's just good. Next is Tireless Tracker, 3 of. So it's pretty much, like, I guess kind of late game. So if you draw into a land, you can still, like, draw another card. And it just gets bigger, so, I mean, there's nothing bad about it, but there's not a lot of, like, late game cards. So this is, like, the only late game card. There's Vampire Nighthawk. I mean, Flying Death Touch Lifelink for 3. It's pretty good. Next, two sets of 4 of removal spells. 4 go for the throat. Just destroys a non-artifact creature. Not a lot of artifact creatures unless you're playing against Tron or Affinity. And I don't know, this isn't a great matchup for Tron or Affinity, so you're screwed anyways. And Tragic Slip, because it's a budget deck, so I don't really want to include Fatal Push. But if you have Fatal Push or like the money or whatever, Fatal Push is way better than Tragic Slip. I mean, it depends on, like, your local meta, but usually Fatal Push is better. I mean, again, it depends on your local meta. Then the land base is 4 Woodland Cemetery, 7 Swamp, 4 Llanowar Wastes, 5 Forest, and 1 Blooming Marsh for a total of 21 lands. Yeah, the total price for this deck is $89.25. That's pretty cheap for a modern deck, and that's all going on TCG player prices. So I hope you guys enjoyed this deck tech video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.